Welcome back to Start Your Day here at BNC. We're all about economic empowerment. We're sharing resources to generate wealth, but debt, as you know, it can sometimes get in the way. If you're one of the 24% of black adults with looming student loan debt, you're likely hoping, even praying, President Biden will update the student loan bankruptcy rules, offer some relief, at least that's what we'd like to hear. In the meantime, we've invited Jazzy Mac, the queen of credit and wealth building, to join us. Of course, she's an expert about black credit. She's going to share tips with us. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. Everybody needs a credit queen in their court, if you will. So good morning to you, Jazzy. Let's start with this. 24%, as we said, black adults say they have federal student loan debt. It's higher than other racial groups. How can black people take control of this?
Well, I think the first thing that we could do as a Black community is identify the resources that we have around us. And so I always tell people that for most jobs actually offer some sort of student loan repayment assistance. And what's amazing about that is that employers actually get a tax credit for helping their employees repay student loans. The other thing that I would always recommend people do when there is any type of student loan debt involved, check to see if the student loans that you have are a part of any type of settlement, such as the Navient case that was a $1.8 billion settlement for people that attended colleges like Kaplan, DeVry, ITT Tech. These are just major breakthroughs that are happening within the student loan demographic right now. So there are different resources out there available for possible forgiveness, but at the end of the day, that's not something that the bigger part of the population is able to do, but there are resources out there.
So tell us, in what situations is the federal government going to forgive student debt? Because I know you're giving us these other avenues, but people are, you know how people are. They're not going to let go of this, and they're hoping and praying and wishing. So who would qualify?
So when we talk about the student loan forgiveness and the debt cancellations, there are many institutions that have been found to misappropriate funds. There are some that have even been accused of having defrauded consumers, such as if your institution promised that within 6 months of graduating, you would be able to be placed into a job, or if your institution promised that upon graduation, you would make $50,000 per year. Well, those are contract terms, and within the parameters of that contract are addendums. And so if for whatever reason that is not met, or you don't have success in job placement, you might have a legitimate claim to apply for student loan forgiveness. And you could start by doing that with the Department of Education, or if you feel that you've been defrauded intentionally, or if there's any type of predatory lending happening, I would highly recommend raising a claim with the CFPB, which is the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau.
Yeah, it's a real struggle for some people. More than half of all student loan borrowers owe less than 20,000. Only 7% owe more than 100,000. So when repayment plans can go on forever, and I know you'd probably advise don't do that, but it's better than not paying. So what would you tell us?
Well, you're looking at someone that graduated with $110,000 in student loan debt. So I feel
Whew,
everybody's pain when it comes to
but look how
student
smart you
loans,
are.
six figures in debt. Well, I learned from some hard lessons and, but thankfully I, again, had an employer that paid about 15% of those student loans. In addition to that, I did use the debt snowball method, which is pretty much paying, starting with the loan that has the highest interest rate. Because originally the principal amount was probably about
Mm,
70,000, but it was the interest that absolutely killed me, that added
wow.
on an additional $40,000 over the course of about 5 years. And so if I had known what complex interest was and what that meant and how that would affect me, I would have made better financial decisions. But I was able to pay off those loans in about 3 years. And so through picking up side hustles and also just having those resources from my employer as well. But I say always to try to apply for forgiveness, ask about it, even if you don't think you qualify. Ask your student loan servicer what are their forgiveness programs. It's not just limited to people that work in government. It's not just limited to different service members. It is the I think the criteria for it is opening up. However, I think we should continue to put pressure on those on Capitol Hill. I think
Yeah.
there were some promises that were made that as a community there is strength in numbers, and I think the more that we continue to put pressure on those that represent our community, I think that is what is going to get us closer to that whole student loan cancellation becoming a reality for the other 99% of that demographic.
Well, Jess, there's nothing wrong with pressure. It creates diamonds after all. We're almost
It
out of
sure
time,
does.
but if you could leave us with, a step for today, three quick tips if you want to handle that debt, something people who can stop being ostriches and tackle it today.
I would absolutely say the debt snowball method. The second thing is ask your employer
Hmm.
for assistance, go straight to your HR department. And then you also want to utilize forbearance options because the last thing you want to do is miss a payment, have that interest build and accumulate. And of course, that also hurts your credit. So you never want to do something if you can avoid um, your credit being impacted, you always want to call ahead, call early, and say, this is my economic situation and this is what I'm dealing with. So, are there options available?
Get your bowl of popcorn because when they put you on hold, they love to put people on hold. And I just take a
Oh, they
screen
do.
grab. It's an hour's going by now. It's just a trick. I'll outlast you. It's fine. I'm watching television. I've turned it down. I don't have to hear that annoying music, but I know you're there. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Absolutely.
you, Jazzy Mac. As always, you got to keep coming back and get us all the way together. The tips are just incredible, especially for people who are swimming in student loan debt and they need to stay afloat. So thank you so much for starting your day with us.